I've spoken in previous videos about my son's developments, the various things that I've discovered with him. And we've gone through colors, we've gone through swimming, we've gone through drawing and sign language. But I also want to mention an experience that we had. I would take my son, when I had the opportunity, to a gymnastics gym. Now, luckily for me, because I used to do gymnastics at this particular gym, I would be able to barter at least a half an hour for him and just I. Because I know that he's tremendously active and he doesn't really pay attention, it would not be of any benefit to send him to a class, and it would do more harm than good to have a tutor who's not really accustomed to dealing with autistic children, to have to deal with that, and a class of other children whose parents are paying for them to learn how to do this thing properly. Now, it's not so much that I'm trying to teach my son how to be a gymnast, but to be agile and to be able to do it properly. As I said before, children are going to do crazy things. They're going to do adventurous things. They're going to try stuff. And I figured that the best thing for me to do would be to probably show him how to do it the right way, to the best of my abilities. So we'd go to the gymnastics gym and I'd show him a couple of moves, a couple of rolls, and a couple of fun activities that we would try. So one of the things that we would try, obviously, would be the trampoline. Everybody loves a good bounce. Everybody loves a good jump. It's good exercise and it's fun. But one of the things that I discovered with him is that my son has very good body awareness, and it's contradictory to what we were told, about his condition. He has a proprioceptive and a vestibular disorder. These things would suggest that, he doesn't have full control over his body. He doesn't know where his body is in space and so forth and so forth. So he'll run and he'll crash into stuff. And from what I knew about my son, I believed that my son would do those things on purpose. He was very, very agile, but this is my observation. He was extremely agile, always agile, and very nimble. When I took him to the gymnastics gym, we tried the balance beam. Now, the balance beam is a long beam where somebody will walk and they'll balance and they'll do this little flip on top, and at the end they'll flip off of it. You would not believe that this boy had almost no trouble walking across the balance beam, and he would do it again, and he would do it again, and he would walk all the way to the end and he would jump off. Now, he was about 3, maybe 4 years old when we did this. So I recorded it, and he wouldn't stop. Like, he did it probably about 28 times straight, back to back, all on the balance beam, walk across. 1 or 2 times where he kind of wobbled and fell off. He wobbled and he fell off, but when he fell off, he landed controlled. I did not get to teach him that. This is just something that he automatically developed over time. His own intuition it was his own body mechanics. He understood how to land, and he landed properly every time. Never hurt. A couple of years later, I had the chance to be able to talk to a neuropsychologist about him and his state. I showed her this recording of him going on the balance beam and stuff like that. And she brought to my attention that he is not looking at the balance beam at all. He gets on the beam, and like for us, most of us, when we're balancing, we look down at where next we're going to place our foot, and our hands are out and we're trying to balance. My son wasn't doing any of that. What she said and what she brought to my attention was that he had already calculated everything already, and that he's just getting on and he's walking. His head is straight. His head is forward. He's not looking down. I always knew that his balance was strong, But for her to say to me, a trained professional, to say to me that he's already calculated it and that he's not looking at the balance beam, he's already worked it out, he's already worked out where his body needs to be, and he's just going along for it. I thought that was impressive. I thought that was an amazing discovery for me. And I thought that I would share that with you guys. And I hope that it does something. I hope it helps a parent somewhere, and that maybe we can continue this going and we will be lucky enough to crack this code.